Hello, listeners. It's been about, I'd say 50 years since episode 7. Yeah, it's been a long time. I apologize for the gigantic delay. Last time I interviewed Dat Baby Gamer, so if you have not seen the previous episode, I highly recommend checking it out. It will be in the description and in the end cards at the end of this video. So today, for episode 8, we're doing something a bit different today. So mainly, this season I've been kind of set on interviewing game devs and YouTubers, but for this episode, I wanted to kind of spice things up a bit. Today, we're interviewing some very talented voice actors that are in games that I have played in the past, specifically Pigsty55 and HatMaster777. These guys have been voice acting for probably a long time, I would assume, but they've been in pretty big games that I've played, such as the Jolly games. I think those are the biggest ones that Ivan G made. How are y'all doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, mate.
I'm doing all right, So, yes, as I said, this is a pretty unique episode, so hopefully we'll get some cool backstories on these guys and their voice acting. And if you guys would like to check them out, their social medias will be linked in the description. So, if you guys do not know the formula that I follow for these episodes, basically I will find a guest and then I will post a community tab post and Twitter post telling everybody who the guest is, and then y'all can ask questions in the replies of the posts. So for future reference, if you see me post something about an upcoming episode and you would like to have your question featured on this podcast, be sure to leave a question and I will answer it if I can, if it's relevant to the current topic. So we'll go ahead and begin with our community tab questions first. So our first question is from Second Spongy 124, and it's for Pigsty. What made you so attracted to Beat Saber?
Personally, the lack of good VR rhythm game. There was Audio Shield for a while, but that kind of devolved because it lost the ability to find the music through YouTube, and Beat Saber kind of has this charm because all the maps are made by people and not automated. It's also a good exercise, so...
Yeah, I can imagine. And and Beat Saber was featured as, your main mechanic in Five Nights at Bud. That was the centered around. It wasn't completely the same, but arrows, stuff like that. I remember
it was the premise.
Yeah, and dude, that was a nightmare for Mickey to code. I remember sitting there watching him code that, and it gave me a headache just watching it. It was freaking ridiculous. But yeah, I've never played Beat Saber. I've never played Beat Saber, but hopefully if I get a VR, I'm definitely gonna give it a shot because it looks freaking just entertaining as... What's the word I'm searching for? I don't know.
Made
entertaining.
A few apps recently as well, and I've gotten better at that as well, so that's fun.
My brain would melt trying to comprehend all that because my brain is very slow when trying to process things. So seeing all those bars coming towards me, okay, what am I doing? What's happening?
You kind of adapt. I thought the same thing at first, but I kind of started on, I think, normal mode, then went to hard, and then after a while, attempted expert again, then some more, and then I beat it, did some expert more, and now they added expert plus officially, and so I'm doing those now.
And then when you failed, you went and murdered somebody horribly. So I'm surprised you never went to jail.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
It's so longer that the old narrator got tired and they had to have a new one.
Okay, our next one is also for Pigsty. It's from French Moise. What was your reaction to your mechanic in Five Nights at Bud, including how it was hard for Mickey to code? I read that wrong, but basically the main thing he's asking is what was your reaction to the premise of your mechanic being in that game?
Well, first, I was actually surprised that Mickey found it hard to code, because I thought it was, I don't know, it was just kind of surprising to see, kind of I think it was 10, and I just read it oh no, I have to see if I can change this up, but luckily I didn't have to. Second, I actually came up with that mechanic. So, that was my reaction, I guess.
I mean, I think it was just hard for him to code, mostly because, it was...
Because all the different chances.
Yeah, all the different chances, and you got to code it to all right, if you press this arrow, it is the correct one.
I think the issue was just you getting it to respond when it's a different pattern rather than like each individual era, because like having a when clicked is simple.
Right. All right, this next one, this is from Nintendo Boy. He asks both of y'all a question. We'll go with HatMasters first. Did you ever dislike any voice jobs if you had a bunch?
That's funny because I was actually talking to before we started recording, but so far I've only had 3 big voice acting gigs. 2 of those were jollies, and one was basically a joke game for a inside joke in the finance tumbling community. But I would say overall, through all those 3 games, and of course more of them I'm going to be doing soon enough, I don't hate or dislike any of them. I'm really proud because Jolly was the thing that got me on the map, I'd say, and I've had people, of course, come to me being like, hey, I like what you did. Do you want to voice my game? And I would be like, okay, sure, probably. So I don't hate any of them at all so far.
For me, there is one specific person. I don't want to name it or the game, so like nothing happens, but I thought the game looked interesting at first. I offered something and sent in an audition, and he liked it. I was busy that week though with school, saying, "Okay, I'll do it on the weekend." Almost every single day. Hey, can you finish this now? Hey, can you finish this now? I told him, look, I'm busy. I can't do this, and apparently that didn't go through. And the lines were very, I don't know how to describe them. They're very uncomfortable to read.
Interesting.
I don't even know if that's the word.
Oh boy.
So I ended up just kind of quitting, or just like kind of leaving that. Other than that specific thing, I've enjoyed doing a lot of the things that I've done.
I guess that would lead into the question that Nintendo Boy had for you, Pigsty. What was your favorite voice acting gig?
Hasn't even come out yet. Tubbyland Remastered Games. Phone Guy. I think that is my best. There are the dogs in the background. I was the phone guy, employee 3, instead of Tiny the Melon, or Tiny the Melon, or whatever is. I can't remember now. So, on the death scene on night 5, Clicky described it as actually sadistic to listen to. So apparently I did a good job, and listening back to it, I think it's like, I think I captured a personality very well, and I'm not even sure if I'd be able to do something like that again.
What he's saying is true. Very true.
Yeah, he's HatMaster's heard it.
Oh, that's good. I'm looking forward to hearing how that sounds. That's the most important part of voice acting, unless you're instructed to sound monotone. Because like I remember when I was the phone guy for Jollibee's, I remember Ivan saying, "All right, you got to sound like as bored as possible," and I was like, "Got it." So I apparently nailed it because a lot of people loved my performance with that, and I felt like, well, I mean, it was monotone. I mean, but that's because he asked me to sound bored, but apparently I nailed it. But yeah, when you're voice acting, it's good to nail a personality, because like if you sound just bored, because like I said, I sounded bored on purpose because that was the role. But if you're just sounding bored in general, you know, it's not gonna be like an entertaining performance. But it's when
it's me, but sad.
But yeah, there's a lot of like voice acting that I've heard in a ton of different games where it's like you could just tell that there wasn't a lot of oomph put into it. Like a lot of people don't like Breath of the Wild's voice acting because a lot of the takes sound like the voice actors just turned in their first draft and been like, all right, I'm done.
Thought it was fine.
Yep.
I loved Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Breath of the Wild's fantastic, but like I
thought the voice acting was decent as well.
Yeah, it was, but
much of it. So.
There were some people though that felt that, you know, it could have been better, and I agree, it could have been a little better, but it was fine enough. Like, you know, I'm not going to complain about it, but you know, maybe Breath of the Wild 2 will have some cool new voice acting in it. I'm really excited for that game, by the way. I hope it comes out soon and not in like 2022 or something.
what was that meme? Imagine if there was a DLC for Breath of the Wild where you can play as Ganon, but Ganon and Zelda's voice actors were swapped. Would you take it?
Oh dear. Maybe.
No.
Okay, if it was zombie Ganon, no. But if it was actual Ganon, yes.
Oh God.
Okay, this next one's from Michael Charlanis. This one's for Pigsty. This is basically the same question as before. Which FNAF fan game role do you consider your favorite? How about, like, instead of, how about we treat this as, like, previous, like, voice acting jobs? Like, besides the Tubby Lamb one, like, what do you think is your favorite from the ones you've done already?
Probably Project Readjusted too. I voiced voiced Buster Glancer and Magic Suit, but not many people actually died by Magic Suit, and even then he was kind of quiet. But I got very good responses about the voice acting for those characters, and they were just generally fun to voice as well. They were very kind of exciting characters, I guess. And it was kind of neat just to hear it, because, like, I enjoy the game as well, Project Readjusted too. Like, it's generally fun for me, which you don't see in a lot of FNAF fan games. Well, you do, but, like, it didn't put scary above the rest, which I liked.
Yeah, I agree, because, like, it's good to have a game where, like, it balances. Like, if you're gonna have like a comedic one, it's good to have a balance of horror and comedy. Like, those are my favorite types of fan games. Like, that's why, even though, like, Five Nights at Bud, of course, is it's not my favorite just because it's based off of me, but, you know, it's also because it has such a great balance between being scary and being really funny. Because, like, there's some pretty hilarious moments in that game, and, like, it does such a good job of balancing that, because, like, you don't want it to be, like, too scary or too funny. Like, it's good to have a balance of both, and that's what I love about, like, certain games, like, that are good with balancing that. Those are definitely, like, my favorites. If
I'm still mad that Mickey put me as Pigsty in the Discord call.
but that was
I had no knowledge of
that
that.
was purposely planned, by the way.
I know, and I had no knowledge of it.
Yeah, that was we weren't going to tell you about it because we knew you were going to object.
He told me about it months after the release, after I already knew. I just decided not to say anything.
Because, like, everybody knew you hated being, like, referred to as that, so we were like, okay, yeah, put that in the game.
Amazing.
All right, this is still from Michael Charlanis. This is HatMaster's side of the question. What inspired the voice for Kevin Johnson?
Oh, Kevin Johnson. Oh boy, my favorite character. All right, so the funny thing is that kind of similar to your whole monotone phone guy voice. Ivan kind of approached me. He said, you know, I need a voice for the CEO of John Entertainment, Kevin Johnson, and he specifically said he wanted a voice that sounded like a cheap knockoff of Cave Johnson, who of course is who Kevin Johnson is parodying. And so I've tinkered around with some voices, and I was like, you know what? Kevin seems like the most sleazy businessman that could ever live. And so I came up with this voice. See, Kevin Johnson, CEO of Jolly Entertainment. And Ivan loved it. So, yeah. It was just kind of a reference, and we went with it. It was great.
Yeah, it's really cool to hear you do, like, the voice just, like, uncut. Like, that's why I love talking to voice actors, because you can kind of just, like, you can hear them do the voices, and, like, it's not, like, edited or, like, put into the game. You just hear it raw, and, like, I think that's really cool. I remember, Pigsty, can you show off your Maxi voice?
No.
What? Come on.
Because I can't do it anymore.
Why?
It's just too high pitched.
Oh my god, there's a freaking bug in my room. No! Don't fly away! Get over here!
Is it a bee?
No, it's
Cease.
it's a mosquito.
No, but, like, I don't know. That one's just a little harder for me to do now. Like,
It sounded like it hurt.
no, it didn't hurt at the time. Just takes a little more force, and I don't have the energy at the moment.
Hmm.
Sorry.
All right, and then Michael has a question for both of y'all. It says, were you both going to voice some animatronics in Jollibees? If so, which one?
I was going to voice Jollibee and Popo.
You're going to voice Jollibee? Ivan told me I was going to be coming back as Jollibee.
And then none of them ended up speaking. Like there was.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a decision in the end. Just kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking kind of ruins the I guess.
The atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to voice Yum, and I think I was just going to voice Yum. But yeah, the only characters who actually speak was the phone guy Kevin and the news reporter at the start and Hetty.
And Hetty.
Oh yeah, Hetty speaks. I forgot that was
end.
that was Kirsten. I remember.
Yeah, that was Kirsten.
She did great.
Yeah,
she did pretty well.
Yeah, she did. I think everybody did really well.
Yeah.
Like it's always good to have a good strong, cast of voice actors because like.
Oh yeah, and then I did the news reporter in the beginning.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. All right.
I love the time where someone reacts to my voice and they're either questioning what they're hearing or they're sighing like, "Oh no, it's this guy again."
All right, what's our next one? This is from Cubby2002. He asks, Pigsty, did you voice act Speedy in Mac Tonight's second anniversary?
Yes.
I think, definitely that's the most obvious, Pigsty voice you could ever hear is voice acting Speedy. It sticks out. In a good way, of course, but,
he asked for, an old kind of radio announcer, so I did an old radio announcer.
The Speedy's an old radio announcer confirmed. He used to voice those
know
old
what
1950s
I mean, right?
baseball games.
The radio shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, this one is from Bandit Questions for Pigsty. How did you meet the Budster, and why did you want to voice act? How did you meet me? I can't remember.
You joined the Jolly server at one point.
Oh yeah, and I think you reached out. I think you DM'd me.
Hi, I didn't know you were in this. Bottle cap. That bottle cap rolled away from me. I've always done just impressions, just kind of for fun around friends and family. And someone named Willybit posted a link to the Jolly 3 page where in the Game Salmon server where Ivan was asking for a voice actor. I decided to email him and I got the part. And so that kind of just took off from there because, Jolly 3 was my first role, which kind of set things pretty high up as a beginning.
Dude, Jolly 3 was, a influential fan game. I remember it being, one of the most hyped fan games of 2017, besides Candies 3. It's always the third game in a series that always, gets people the most hyped.
Is everyone talking? Everything just kind of cut off for me.
What?
Oh, sorry. Things kind of cut off for me for a second there. Keep going.
I mean, I was just saying that that it's always the third game in a fan game series that always has the most hype. Candies 3, Jolly 3.
Oh yeah.
It's I don't know, but Jolly 3 was hard, but it was also just a lot of fun. The fans, though, oh my god, I will never stop being stressed over those
Chapter
freaking...
2 was a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Chapter 2 was fun.
Yeah, Chapter 2 was pretty fun. And I beat all max mode in Chapter 2, surprisingly. And because I remember beating that on stream and everybody was screaming in the chat, but it was unfortunate because the audio was off. I don't know what happened. So there must have been some sort of lag spike or something, and the audio desynced halfway through. It wasn't way off, but it was off by a good 5 seconds or so. But hey, the footage is there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
That's a YouTube thing, but it was fine on the stream, just not the playback.
Yeah, the playback.
I still find it crazy how Markiplier of all people managed to actually play the game. Both captures.
It was really interesting hearing my voice in a Markiplier video. That was kind of...
I bet.
That was... It's kind of weird to look back on that. The fact that my voice was in a Markiplier video.
Same. It was making my hands shake with joy. I was like, oh my god.
I didn't really think about it too much, but thinking about it now, it's.
Yeah, Corey Kenshin played it too, and I remember watching those videos. Those are really entertaining. But Corey's been gone for nearly 4 months now, and that's sad times.
Much sadness.
He just hit 5 million too. I'm surprised he didn't at least come back or make some sort of post for that. Like, is he like legitimately dead? Like, seriously, like I'm getting a little worried because you'd think that he'd at least come back for that milestone. But
Maybe he's setting up something secret.
I don't know, maybe. I remember like people like thinking, because when one of the last videos that he made before he disappeared again was like, all right, see you guys in 4 months, and people were like, oh, haha, very funny, and now it's been almost 4 months, and it sounds like he was actually serious.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my reaction, like just 3 months later. Oh, he might have been serious. Okay.
3 months later.
Well, it's nearly 4 months now. I think his last video was like June something. So.
3 years later.
All right, this next one's from Blue Crayon Studio. This one is for Pigsty. What are your top 3 favorite VR games?
Let me look at my Steam library. Give me a second.
All right, your 1 second's up.
All right,
Probably Rec Room, Beat Saber, and Blade and Sorcery.
Yeah, Rec Room makes sense. You play that game a lot.
Yeah, Beat Saber, already explained. And Blade and Sorcery is like a kind of sword fighting game with like actual physics.
It's good when those types of games have actual physics. Like,
fun.
games with actual physics are always good.
There's a game coming out this year called Boneworks. It's like entirely physics based.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, see, I don't own a VR headset, and I would never have enough money to actually get a VR headset, and I'll probably get nauseous to all heck and back. Are we allowed to swear on this?
I mean, y'all can if you want. I can always censor it, but
I probably won't swear too bad. Maybe like a few H's or something like that.
that's perfectly fine. I don't even need to censor those. I mean, so.
All right.
Just putting you things the worst.
All right, that is all of our community tab questions, so why don't we move over to our Twitter ones. This first one is from Padre. He says, a question for Pigsty. Knowing about the turnout for Around the Clock and people reacting to Doodle Patrick's secondary antagonist role in the game, and especially for his gameplay in the Pineapple, how do you feel about being his voice actor?
You know, I'm glad I finally get to use my Patrick for something productive. Just
right,
like
you gotta at least perform your Patrick voice for us. We gotta hear it.
Oh, I want to do some kicking. It's the most fun voice to do.
That is like
like,
spot on.
And also the normal Patrick character, like the little mumbling, or no, that's Sans. Sorry. There's that thing about Sans or being just the Patrick. Maybe it's the way you're dressed. But
I was gonna say that.
And now Sans, and now he's in Smash. So
yeah, boy. But the man, the playable one in the first, in the glove world, that's still me as well. Like with the talking, with this like just the mumbling kind of.
Oh, so you made all the mumbling noises.
Because the Doodle Patrick ones are edited to be pitched down slightly, right? But so Dave, I think, just sampled some of noises from those and just made the normal Patrick talk. So I voice act the normal one too, which is pretty neat.
Fantastic mumbling voice acting. It's perfectly spot
well,
on.
it was just clips from the actual voice lines, because like one of them. So you know how he jumps down on you from the ceiling, right? Like if you listen, one of those is "I've got you now, SpongeBob," which is like when he was on the rock when SpongeBob was being a jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
And then one of his spawning lines is kicking. Oh, I want to do some kicking.
I remember that. I heard that line a lot because I died in that level a lot, and that's half of what I heard every time I died. I want to do some cooking. I'm like, stop! Like, let me live.
Cooking.
I was in a voice chat with Padre and Dave while I was playing it. So that was fun, cause I had a bug. Or not a bug, it was just really bad where Doodle Patrick would appear where I'm hiding. So I couldn't get out of the closet. Don't take that out of context, please.
Don't worry, I wasn't planning to.
I'm talking to anyone watching this.
Yeah, I see y'all down there in the comments getting ready to type. Don't you even think about it. Don't.
We can hear you typing on your keyboard.
I hear y'all clicky-clacking away. Don't you freaking... Okay, anyway. Alright. Okay, this next one's from Salodus Chaos. To both of you, do you guys have any other hobbies outside of voice acting? And if so, what do they consist of?
VR stuff.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, funny enough, aside from voice acting, I do a lot. I'm partly a musician, if you would.
What kind of what type of music do you play? An instrument?
Currently, I am learning to play the bass guitar.
I'm playing piano.
Oh, nice, nice. I am a drummer.
I have a MIDI keyboard right here if you want to hear it.
Sure, by all means.
Wait. Alright,
Of course. Of course. Sands and smash. Sands and smash. Sands and smash.
Smash.
I still can't believe he was actually memed into Smash. Like that's just I mean it's the internet in 2019. I mean
the redone Megalovania sounds really good as well.
It does, dude. That's one of like I listened to that over and over and over and over like when it first came out. Like it's pretty sick. I mean, I would go, who was in the studio? But I know that Toby Fox was in the studio. That's who was in the studio.
It was actually Toby Fox.
Toby Fox beat the creator Smash, and now stands in the game.
Toby Fox was in there murdering it in the studio. Like, you got to give it up, man. It's a wonderful remix.
Man, you know what? I can't wait for Scott Cawthon to beat Sakurai and Smash to get
No. I will literally burn my cartridge of Smash Ultimate if FNAF gets put in there. I am dead serious. Do not even, like, I swear to God, man. Like, I'm legit not kidding. Like, I might actually quit Smash if they put FNAF in it.
Freddy Fazbear.
Oh my God, man. Like, could you imagine?
You guys seen that image of the Sans Me costume? It was no contest.
Anyway, like, no, this is not me hating on FNAF. I'm just saying that it does not belong in Smash now or ever. So, you know, just saying.
Should we even get into the topic about the state of FNAF, or should we just move on?
I think we should. We've talked about it to death. I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is from Dreaming. What games have you both really wanted to voice act in but didn't get to?
Personally, nothing that comes to mind.
Yeah, same. I mean, I would say Fire's a Tubbyland, maybe, but just like Pigsty, I am going to be in the remake games.
Yeah, but now you're going to be voice acting. So...
Yeah, I replace the Game Salmon as the phone guy for 2 and 3. So look forward to that.
Nice. So let's see, what's this next one? What do you both
think? It's something about command blocks. I read this one. No, I don't know anything about command.
All right, let's do the real one. What do you think was the worst voice acting y'all have ever done?
Personally, no offense, Five Nights with Bud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't feel like I had enough kind of character.
I think it was meant to be kind of like. I think it was meant to be kind of like flat. Like I loved like the jump scare sound. It's just like, wah! Like it's all it is. It's hilarious. Well, like,
Yeah,
I think
exactly my point. I didn't mean it for, and make you refuse to change it when I made a better one.
look, it ended up being.
I was tired when I recorded it anyhow.
It ended up being hilarious.
Yeah,
so
but I felt like I didn't have enough energy in my character.
I mean, it sort of fits with your character in the game, though. He's constantly in there playing Beat Saber. So.
I guess, yeah.
Well, that anger just.
But it's still like not as great compared to the other stuff I have done. But that said, I'm not like completely disappointed.
Yeah. Funny enough, when you mentioned the one voice that I'm not the most proud of, that was a question, right?
Yes. Or, well,
right.
I guess.
The thing is that's kind of an interesting question because it's honestly a tie between the cassette guy and George, because those were two of the earliest voices that I did, aside from Jolly, of course, because that was the first voice that got me hitched up in the first place. But I'm not too happy with the cassette guy and I feel like the game sound kind of said that about his role in Tubby Land 2. Where he felt like he was just reading off the script more than actually putting on a voice. And I'm sure if you hear me throughout the course of the nights, I kind of lose the voice of the cassette guy, and I just kind of give up before like the end of the call. And it was kind of the same issue with George, but it was the scenario where me and Ivan were trying to come up with a voice for him because at that point, we had Maxie, we had Tweety, we had Jolly, but George was the one character where no one knew what to do with him. And so in my time of absolute brilliance, I was like, make him a surfer. And so I kind of gave the most half-done voice for him. And I'm not happy with it, to be honest.
Did you say surfer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Surf's up, dude.
It was like, yeah, man, it's me, George. It was so bad because at the time I didn't know how to make it sound natural. So, yeah, it's a type of
He has one line, and it's in Jolly 3 Chapter 1 in one of the nights during the phone call.
Interesting.
I can't remember if he actually said anything in the second game if he killed you.
You mean when George?
Mm-hmm.
No, he has lines when he kills you. He's like, "Round the waves, man." All that kind of stuff.
You should have said, "Surf's up, bro."
I guess not many people died by George, stayed through his game over screen at least.
It was mostly death to Jolly.
Yeah, I died to Jolly a lot more than I did George.
Where's the B-Day, boy?
Oh my god, dude, the B puns. Like,
should I explain the B puns to everyone who's watching right now?
Yes, go ahead.
There's nothing more to it. There was a you like jazz line. Crap.
Why was that not put in the game? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, how was that left
Ivan
out?
Forgot.
What?
I talked to him
He
about
forgot?
It. He thought he put it in, but he might have just skipped past it by mistake.
Oh man, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, for context, I did a line where it was literally just Jolly being like, "Do you like jazz?"
Oh my god.
There you go. I hope that fulfilled your needs, bud.
But isn't that in the files though? Like, I remember you mentioning that it was like, even though it wasn't like in the game, like you could find it in the files.
I honestly can't remember. He might have just not put it in correctly or something. Or I don't know. It might just be rare the way it's.
Sorry, go ahead.
What? I'm done.
Oh, okay. The "Do you like jazz" line was separately done because I thought about it after I was done the Jolly lines. Like, you know what, that'd be funny, and I didn't send the lines to him, or like he said, he forgot. But about the B puns, the thing is that at that point I just kind of hitched up with Ivan, and of course I had the whole voice down, but we didn't really know what to do other than that. And then of course I gave him the B's to learn because he's a bee. And there was that. But then, once again, in my time of great brilliance, I was like, "Hey, Ivan, what if we make every single one of his lines a B pun?" And that is just what happened. Every single line Jolly says is a B pun.
That's
and I love it.
The greatest of all time.
and it was just like a joke, a half-assed joke, and Ivan was like, I like that. And it just became one of the most defining things about Jolly's personality. He speaks in bee puns.
That's just his language, his bee puns. That is amazing.
I have my personal theory where someone was like, what about the corpse inside of Jolly? Is that what's making the bee puns? No, the official Hatmaster theory is that that's actually the voice box of Jolly himself, not the corpse.
Speaking of that corpse, I actually did the concept art for him.
Yeah, it's really neat.
My
I remember seeing that, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, dude. Like I think I saw that too. It was quite graphic. Why do kids enjoy this game again? What?
I don't
know. You enjoyed it.
Hey, I am an adult, mister. I am 21 years old.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. You said, why do kids enjoy it, but yet you enjoyed it?
Because, I mean, I don't know really how to answer that besides the fact that it's older people can like enjoy that stuff more. It's like it's not for kids. It's gore. It's literal rotting corpse. That's not.
Oh, I thought you meant like how do people in general.
No, I said how do kids enjoy this stuff? It was my question. Freaking rotting body thing. And
oh, little Timmy, what are you playing? A game about murder, dead children's souls.
Yeah, a game about like a rotting body inside of a robot. Okay, Timmy, just be done by dinner.
All right, buddy, just don't do any of that in real life.
Oh my God, I can imagine that's how some parents are. All right, we are so far off topic right now. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question. This is from Whitish. For both Pigsty and HatMaster, how did you meet Ivan G? Okay, he asks, what are your favorite voices? Have y'all already answered that?
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
Well, I did kind of personal. Oh, actually, no. No, that's kind of a different question than one we're most proud of.
Okay, so he asked how did you meet Ivan, and out of all the games you voiced in, what was the most, what was one of the most and one of the least favorite voices you did, and why?
Well, my most favorite, actually, no. I met Ivan. Well, I already went through this through emailing him about the voice acting. I just kind of talked to him. Most favorite voice, probably PTLD 93 in the Tubby Lamb Return reboot. I had a lot of fun doing the very calm, insane voice. You could probably look that up. Tubby Lamb Return Night 6 phone call. I was very happy with how well that came out. Least favorite voice? I don't really think I have a least favorite.
Fine, that's a buds.
Well, no, that's just the one I thought I could do more work on, but it wasn't my least favorite.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of the same thing. Where my least favorite is still kind of a tie between George and Cassette Guy. I feel like I don't like George the most because that was kind of a half-baked voice. But my favorite, but my favorite voice is another tie between Jolly and Kevin Johnson because Jolly's the main guy. He's the big B. He's the one that kind of runs the show. But Kevin Johnson is just such I wouldn't call him like an arrogant dick, but he gives out that feeling where he's going to sell you a car and then purposely rig the car to crash the next day and just screw with your entire life. And I guess that's what happened in that one
Make life take those lemons back.
I actually recorded that whole entire Cave Johnson quote in Kevin's voice.
Nice.
But I think I deleted the file.
Gotta burn Life's house down with those lemons.
Yeah, I remember. I wish I can remember the whole quote now because I would definitely do it again. But yeah, least favorite voice, George. My favorite voice, probably Kevin actually.
All right, nice. All right, this is our final question, and afterwards we can just talk about other voice acting roles if y'all want to, just to extend the time. We've only been going for 41 minutes, so if y'all want to keep talking a little bit, we can. But this last question is from Jacko Shepherd, and it is pancakes or waffles? Make your choice.
Pancakes.
I'm afraid to say waffles because I'm going to be outnumbered.
Funny enough, Jacko Shepherd is a friend of mine online. Hi, Evan, if you're watching this. And he likes waffles. And he's probably going to scream at me once this video goes on your channel.
Fool.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm a Waffle House man. Like, I go to Waffle House and I get the waffle and I love it. And then I go to IHOP and I eat the pancakes and I'm like, I like the waffle better. Like, I don't know why. It's like I'm not saying I don't like pancakes. Like, pancakes are like a staple breakfast.
Pancakes and homemade chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh,
they're like
don't get me hungry now. Come on.
Blueberry syrup on the blueberry pancakes.
Yo, my mom used to make these freaking killer chocolate chip pancakes. Like, she has a way with making food. Like, she will take like pre-made things and make them so good. Like, because you have the homemade pancakes, which are awesome, but like she'll take freaking pancake mix and like bagged chocolate chips and make the most delicious freaking pancakes. Like, it's uncanny, dude. She can do that with a lot of things. It's freaking ridiculous. Like, gourmet food out of little store-bought items. I don't know how she freaking does it, man. Like, she's got that, cooking talent thing that, I don't know where I was going with that. She's just good. She just makes things tasty, and it's amazing. But yeah, I mean, pancakes and waffles are both good, but I'd say I'd give the edge to waffles a little bit more. But hey, if you like pancakes, I do not blame you because pancakes are delicious.
Yeah, I'm more of like a plain pancake kind of guy. I would kind of describe it as my life, just bare bones original. Like Doritos, I like the original red nacho cheese. Pringles, I like the original red canisters. And pancakes, I just like my pancakes just kind of bare. If you would.
You ever had banana pancakes? Those are really good.
I heard a lot about banana pancakes, and I'm tempted.
Fun fact about when you mentioned Pringles, like when I was younger, I used to think that that original was pronounced organal. So like I would always be like, "Hey, look, look, organal Pringles." My parents were like, "No, it's pronounced original," and I was like, "What?"
Oregano?
Organal. It literally, like, I don't know why. I mean, I guess just because I just didn't know what pronunciation was. And so I just, like, said words how they looked. I still do that occasionally. Like, not gonna lie. Like, I'll see a word and, like, I'll say it in my head. And then, like, somebody, like, pronounces it, like, in the right way it's supposed to be pronounced. And I'm like, oh, I'm stupid.
That is fantastic.
You fool. Wait, 1 second. I have to find the quote now. Now it's gonna bug me. Here it is. You cretin! You absolute fool! You buffoon! You bumbling idiot!
You bumbling idiot! You just like take a picture of like 8-year-old me saying organal and then like just play that back.
And that was brought to you by Cool Bug Fact.
Cool Bug Facts. Okay.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to show the picture like in the video, but if you can, please do, because this is a interesting picture.
I agree. It's very fascinating.
It looks like Olimar crossed with a jelly bean. I hate it.
It
don't worry,
kinda
guys,
does.
More cool bug fact.
Pigsty, where did you find A Bug's Life 2 footage, man? Like, this is super secretive information. Like, you can get in trouble for that.
I know, right?
Cool bug facts.
Cool bug facts, man. It's a secret teaser.
Look how Cool Bug Facts is spelled as well.
It's like facts with an apostrophe S.
Oh God.
Hey, I see that iFunny watermark. You can't hide that from me.
No.
You can't. I was on iFunny for years. I know the watermark when I see it. Dude, like, it was always so funny to see, like, reposts being featured. And, like,
yeah,
dude,
the feature team... I'm inside your...
Dude, the feature team was so lazy that, like, they would literally feature reposts that had the iFunny watermark in them. Like, and people, and everybody in the comments was like, "Yo, like, we can see the watermark. Why is this? First, it's a repost. Why is this featured?" Like, I haven't been on iFunny in like, I'd say 2.5 years, maybe 3. It's been a long time, but like, I kind of lost interest in it because, you know, day by day the features got worse and worse. But
like YouTube.
yeah, like YouTube. But I used to own an account on there called Worst Top Comments, and I would take screenshots of like awful top comments, and like so many people hated it. I don't know why. It's like I would take legitimately bad comments and like, you know, post it. Like a lot of them were the feature author like promoting themselves and like making themselves top comment, and like, but dude, it got so much hate, and I have no idea why. It was like I made sure to like put in the description like, this is the worst account on iFunny. I literally am doing this because I'm bored, like stuff like that. But like so many people hated it, and I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why, but yeah, I kind of abandoned the account because I lost interest in iFunny altogether. Anyways,
Goose.
oh god, I can't. No,
Honk.
the goose.
Honk.
Ugh.
Untitled
Alright,
Goose Game is
okay,
great.
before-
If you haven't played it, play it.
Okay.
Okay,
Before we
here's
get
the old man that turned really...
Oh my god.
Dear Lord.
All right, and on that note, I think we should go ahead and wrap things up. Is there anything else you guys would like to add before we end things off?
No.
I would like to kind of have a closing statement before we end this off. How long are we going for?
There's no time limit, so go ahead.
Oh, no, I mean, how long has the recording been? How long is this video so far?
I've been going for about 50 minutes.
Alright, just try to get some ad revenue, maybe like 20 cents.
Yeah, let me get that extra 20 cents so I can get that bag of chips I've been wanting at the store.
Reap all the drippings of monetization left.
But yeah.
Nobody lay a hand on my bag of glaze.
But yeah, I would like to say, Bud, thank you so much for not only taking the time out of your day to do this, but also to kind of feature us. Because I think, compared to especially some of the other guests you've had on the show, like the Game Salmon and Ivan G, I'm not sure if we're really. Well, I mean, personally, I'm probably not that well known, but I'm sure Pigsty here is well known quite a bit. But yeah, thanks for taking the time out of your day to kind of featuring us in an episode of your podcast. It was really nice of you.
You're welcome, man. Like this is, it's not about like the size of the game dev or the YouTuber, or, you know, in this case the voice actor. It's never about the amount of popularity that they have. It's all about like what they do, and, you know, getting some background on, you know, some people that I feel like deserve like more attention, in my opinion, because, you know, YouTube always focuses on like the big guys, like, you know, the Markiplier and PewDiePie and all those guys. You know, they all get all the attention, but like with me as a smaller channel, like I want to make sure that smaller people like me, you know, get the get the attention they deserve. But yeah, of course, happy to have y'all on here. I think it was a unique addition to this season, and it opens up some more opportunities for other voice actors who might like to join in on the fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was really fun. 10 out of 10 would do it again if that was an option.
All right, and on that note, we're going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Thank you guys both for joining me today, Pigsty and HatMaster. If you guys would like to check out their profiles, do you have any particular social medias that you would like me to link for you, Hat? Because I know that Pigsty's got a channel and he's got a Twitter, but is there anything you'd like me to link for you?
I would say Discord, but I'm not sure if you can do that.
I can drop your Discord tag in there for anybody who's interested in adding you on there. And then Pigsty, you want me to just link your
YouTube
Twitter and
Twitter.
your YouTube?
Yep.
All right, will do. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up episode 8 of GeniusCast Season 2. Thank you all for listening in. If you would like to watch previous episodes of this podcast, you can find the link in the description and in the end cards. And next episode, I believe I've got the guests lined up. I'm not completely sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I know who I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all are going to have to find out next time. So anyways, thank you guys for listening to episode 8 of GeniusCast Season 2. I have been Bud, and these have been Pigsty and HatMaster, and I will catch you guys later in the next episode. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening, guys, or afternoon, or morning, whenever you're all listening to this. See y'all. Bye-bye.